Hey everyone, welcome to midday.com, and we have the exciting cast of Hurrang with us today. The beautiful Nushrratt Bharuccha and of course the very handsome Sunny Kaushal. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Thank you so much.
So the trailer is very interesting and something very different. The student agitation from the 1990s. So what was your prep like and what are the stories you all came across?
My prep, the prep that was required was to first understand where it all started from and how it all started from, which is also there in the film. But for me to personally understand, to be able to just grasp where the film is coming from and where the director is coming from, to be able to portray the character. And then obviously uh, understand the culture of the place where it's based, Allahabad, now Prayagraj, then Allahabad. So because Laddu Thakur, my character, is from that part of the country. So yeah, I think that's about it. And also our director Nikhil Bhatt, he's very much into this whole thing. When he wrote the script, so he was a great asset to understand the whole world and the character. And the relationship between the people and how students were affected with the whole political scenario that backed the whole agitation as well. So yeah, I mean that was my thing.
For me, I think it was a language, Tasha, because I mean, the world was of a certain time and era, and language played a really important part. And I feel like all the actors and characters are very in sync with what was happening in the film. And if I didn't blend in with the right kind of look or language or the way she was, it would be like one stone out of the water, simply.
True.
But Nikhil sir helped a lot in that. I think the writing was very strong. I love her as a character. I think Julan's character is something that was the first thing that piqued my interest in the film. That I said, she's very interesting. I haven't done a character like this. I haven't done a flavor of a love story like this. And I was very pleasantly surprised to see how that love story was woven into this agitation and this entire film, where one cannot exist without the other. And I think the main prep for all of us was to just stay in sync with the film, get the language right, know the history of it, which what Sunny said, that if you're not aware कि उस वक्त हुआ क्या था और कैसे लोगों ने, how they took to the streets, how the agitation had really, created chaos. In other words, like how he said, Hurrang means chaos. And it kind of upsetted a lot of lives and futures. Just to have that knowledge so that we know from where we are coming, and then trust the director to take it wherever he needed to take.
Yeah, and Sunny, your character has a certain aggressiveness and a different body language and big dreams as well. So how did you get that, just get into the character?
Yeah, like I said, just to understand the world where he comes from, that was it. And I took a lot of help from Nikhil sir as well. I based a lot of physicality of Laddu Thakur on Nikhil because he's from that part. And when we used to have readings and when he used to narrate Laddu to me, he kind of had this a changeover in his body when he used to talk about Daddu and when he used to kind of, if I may say, portray Daddu while reading the script. So I kind of took that and I put it in Daddu. And then obviously, like she said, the blending in was very important because everybody else, apart from me, Nushrratt and Vijay, who's also a part of the film, was from that part of the country, was from Allahabad. And we would stick out like sore thumbs if we weren't in sync with them. So to be able to, and तो वहाँ जाके ना काफी ज़्यादा टाइम बिताना पड़ा हमें बातें करके उन लोगों से बैठ के हम लोग कहानियाँ सुनते थे उनकी पर्सनल to just kind of understand के psyche how it works.
And Nushrratt, your character is very feisty, very strong, but she's also worried for the part that her partner is taking. So it's a very interesting mix. How did you get that on screen?
So more interesting is that this feisty girl is feisty and crazy only with him. When she goes back home, she becomes this timid little gharki girl who can't say anything to the father or the mother. So there's quite a difference in who Julan is. I think it's almost like with him, she can be who she is. And that's the reason she loves him, that she can kind of be who she wants to and she gets that freedom. And of course, she's worried for him because she's built a future with him.
True.
And now seeing that he's derailing from that future and he's going into a space where I don't know if we will have a future if he goes down that path. That's the worry. That look, this is not our fight. Our fight and our lives are different from this. So she's slightly somebody who wants to keep her world intact. The larger world is not her world. But suddenly for Daddu, the larger world has become more important, something that he's responsible for, something that he wants to kind of bring about a change in. He gets invested in that cause. And well, of course, then I'm bothered about it.
Yeah, no, actually, that's quite relatable. Like you mentioned. I think a lot of girls would relate to that. And also, did it kind of take you back to the 90s because it's a time when you all were growing up. And so, what are your memories of the 90s? Both of you.
I feel I'm born in the wrong era. I should have been born in the 90s. No?
Yeah, I should have lived my Jawani in the 90s.
I love it. I love it.
I really love those,
Melody.
the melody. कोई फोन सोशल मीडिया का चक्कर नहीं, लैंडलाइन पे बात कर रहे हैं, छुप के मिलो, जिस तरह के कपड़े पहन रहे हैं, it's like
स्कूल में एक्चुअली ऐसे चिट फेंक के मतलब बंक कराओ कि भाई चलो. I love the night. I really do.
Yeah. But I think you all got to live it through this movie. Like, even though, of course, your college life, I'm sure, was very different from what was portrayed in the movie. But still, any memories from college that kind of brought back, it's a beautiful revisit.
Any memories from college that this film brought back?
Yeah, like kind of. Just going back to college.
This film gave me memories that I should have maybe had in college. I wish I had a boy who came and picked me up on this nice bike and bike rides, and somebody who lived in a hostel where I could sneak in with him and not go home.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anything like that in college. It was weird.
I remember when I was in college, I really wanted a bike. And I was bargaining with my parents and they were like, nahi, bike to milegi. I was like, it's a scooty khareed do yaar. Because I have this love for two-wheelers, I love bikes. And I really got to really live that part of my life in this film. Because in this film, bike to matlab aise chalaiye roads. मुझे इतनी खुशी मिलती थी ना रोज सेट पे आके कि अच्छा बाइक खड़ी आज बाइक चलाने को.
And you also have a beautiful romantic number, Kya Yahi Pyar Hai. So please tell us about that shoot as well.
So it's a part of the film. Actually, the song that has come out, it's a part of the film. And like you see in the video of the song, it shows the love story between them and how they are. And the interesting thing is that Daddu and Jhulan are childhood sweethearts in the film. They are not. It's not like you see the love story के मिले हैं और फिर उनका love story हुआ है. उनके start से they are a couple. They have been a couple since the last 10 years since they were in school, and they are in love with each other. There's no doubt about it. And the song talks about how they are with each other.
All right, it was lovely talking to you guys, and best of luck for your movie. Looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.